probably getting a little tired of seeing this thing, but I've been reading all the comments, I should say, and they're very helpful, but we still got a toss-up between an AC output charger and a output of DC, okay? I have seen the postings and the photographs of the one that comes with this here, and it shows 9 volts AC out. Although the chart that I looked up and one of my other viewers looked on the same thing, I think it was manual something or other, .com, I don't remember now, but anyways, I can't remember these things. There was a chart that showed 8 volts DC coming out of the charger. So, anyways, I got the play touch here, but I don't know if you can read that. It is a CHS 6000. It is a Type 2, okay? A lot of you have given me, some of you have, should say, given me some photos, but they weren't that clear, but this is a Type 2, okay? I took out 9 screws. This thing does not come apart. Now, I watched that guy's video on putting a battery pack in here. The problem is the batteries are fine. I'm not going to change good batteries, okay? I need to charge this. Now, the reason I'm opening it is I want to verify there's diodes in here, and I'm almost certain there is. But also, what I wanted to do is to put an LED on the body here somewhere, maybe on the bottom, so that when I plug in the charger, the light will come on. It'll tell me that it's charging, because this thing here has to be moved side to side in order to make connection, because I think it's in the middle part here doesn't make connection. It fits in there very tight, very, very snug, but there's a little tiny bit of movement like that. And when I move it to left or right, it continues charging according to the amp meter on my power supply. So if I can put an LED in here, and when it comes on, I know it's charging. There's no way that I can figure out how to put an LED at this end unless I put the LED in series with the output of this. And I don't know, because if this has got diodes in it now, this is 9 volts DC, center pin positive, and some of my viewers, including Jim Asbell, has told me it's going to work anyways, even if it's got diodes in it, putting DC into it. Okay, so really we don't have to go out and buy a charger. This should work. The problem is this connector is no good here for this here, and I've got all those wall warts, and not one of them will fit into the hole here. The diameter is too big on the outside here. This is the only one that'll fit in there that I've got. So if I can get an LED on this, fine. I'm going to set you up on a tripod. I can't get this thing apart. The rubber does not come off. It's glued on, unless there's a hidden screw. There's 9 screws in this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There is no other screws on it, unless they're under the rubber. That rubber does not come off. I'm going to put you on a tripod, and I'll prove that this does not come off. I mean, it'll come off if I rip it off. I'm not going to do that. I'll just close it up and live with it. That's all. Another thing, too, is I can plug this in. I'll have to add 2 wires coming out of here, put a meter on the output of this, and parallel with this output here, and a digital meter and note the reading. When I plug it in, if the reading goes down, I know it's drawing current off of this and it's charging. If the meter does not change, then I know it's not making good connection. Because I don't know any other way to do that, to put an LED in this. It would be easier if I can get it in here, although it's very cramped in here. But the LED would have to be in series when you got current going through it, and I don't think I'll get enough voltage out of this going through an LED. I could damage the LED because I think they're only good for a few mils. And this draws probably several hundred mils charging. So you'll blow the LED out if you put it in series with this. So let me get you on a tripod. I know you're probably sick and tired of this. But, so like I say, I've got the screws out. I'm working on an angle here. Let's see, we'll put the screwdriver in here gentle. I don't like to turn it like this because things are going to fall out. Now, I watched that guy's video, but didn't really show how he got his apart. But it looks like the rubber does separate. But there's got to be something up at this end holding it. And I don't see anything here unless it's underneath here. Now that's glued down. Oh, I'm not going to rip that out, you know. If I have to, like I say, I will figure out, I'll take a chance and put an LED in series with the output, one leg of the output of this, and hope I don't ruin it. So when it's plugged in, the current will go through the LED and charge this, but I think it would probably zap out the LED, and I don't know if I think you need to put a resistor in series with it. I don't really know. I'm sure Jim Asbell will tell me, send me a schematic. The man's a genius, I'm telling you. I highly respect him. He knows his stuff. I do everything by experiment. And sometimes I burn things up, sometimes it don't work, But, I don't see any other screws, and I got them all out. I got every single one of these out. There's no screws in any of those holes. I can stick my little screwdriver right in there. Every one of them's clear. Of course, I'm off camera again because I'm on an angle here. If I put an overhead camera here, all you'll see is the back of my ugly head. We can't have that. Alright, so I don't know how this comes apart. It probably snaps, and I can tell you right now, things are going to go flying, and that is what I'm afraid of here. I don't know, it behaves like there's more screws in here. It's got to be up underneath. So, we're not going to try for it. That's poor English. We're not going to try for it. I don't know. It don't sound right to me. All right, folks. You know me. If I'm not sure of something, I will not tackle it. Call me timid if you want. But if I'm not sure of something, I leave it alone. By the way, I want to thank Ron for repairing the Kodak ZE-1. The honest truth is, I didn't think you were going to be able to fix it. I should have sent you the Tri screwdriver. The Tri. It's a triangular Phillips. I magnetized this, and that's how I picked the screws up and put them back in. I should have sent this with you. This was in the kit that when Randall replaced the case on Tommy's Game Boy. So I guess these screwdrivers, this one and a small flat blade, or Phillips, I don't remember which, I think it was a flat blade, came in the kit, and Randall sent that back to me. So I should have sent this to you. So I just wanted to make that notation that it came with the Game Boy case that Randall got for when he replaced the game section, the game case. All right, so we obviously cannot take this apart. There's got to be screws in there somewhere holding it. If I was to force that, it might clip in, but I can guarantee you things are going to fly out of here. I'm not going to do it. At least it works. If I have to, let me get this screw in, because I can't talk and chew gum at the same time. And I also can't find the damn slot. I gotta get my face right on top of everything. Very, very frustrating. All right. I don't even know if you're in camera or not. I hope you are. I apologize if I'm not. Learn to leave things alone if you're not sure how something comes apart, because I have ripped things apart in the past. A hidden screw somewhere. It's happened many times. Sometimes the screw is underneath a label. You don't know it. If you're experienced with taking something apart, like if I did this all day long, I'd know how to do it. But if you've never taken something apart before, especially this modern stuff, Chinese stuff, most of the time they have screws where you wouldn't expect them to be. And you end up ripping at something and find out, oh, there's a hidden screw and I didn't even see it. So that's the story there, folks. So, if I can get this charger to keep a charge on it, and I'll get this screw in before I put the others in, I'm going to do it the old goat way. Okay? Alright, I plug this in. Okay? Now, you can take and hold this over just a little bit. This just barely moves. You can feel some play in there. So if you push it this way, left or right, up and down, whatever. What I'll do is I'll just put a heavy rubber band. This probably has got to be doubled over. Put a heavy rubber band and pull it down like that. Okay? And that's probably what we'll do, and then right now I'm going to plug it in. Now, I have no way of knowing because there's no light on this. That's why I was opening this up. I was going to put an LED in it. And the LED would be across the input. Because there's diodes in here. I'm almost sure it's got to be if it takes AC. So you're not going to be putting any battery voltage on the diode. It's isolated, because when I put a meter on the output here before I put this wire on, I got no voltage at all. So this is how we're going to do it. Until I can if I ever find the right plug or the correct charger. One of my viewers said to go back, when you go back to Jewett City to see that vendor. I have no idea who the vendor was. It was not the guy I bought the radios from. I used to buy the radios from. And these vendors don't want to know you. You know? My only hope is if I happen to spot a charger over there, but without the drill, I am sure that's unlikely, but if I do, I'm sure he's going to want something for it. Okay, so she's back together. I'm going to put another rubber band on it. I'm going to do that off camera. So that's it, folks.